To know what is the best way to ship your product and how do you find the best rates, and is there a carrier that's better than another? Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of the experience I've had over the past decade, and we're going to hop right into that right now. It's Damien from Marketing Food Online, and I'm going to give you some great tips and advice on how to find the right shipping service and even how to find the right shipping box. And I'm going to go over some of the experience I've had for over a decade selling online and shipping products to over 15 countries on several different platforms. And I'm going to give you some of the best tips that I can to save you a fortune in shipping. So let me dive right into it. And as always, if you are not a subscriber, hit that magical button and do subscribe, because we do have close to 600 videos now for free for you to watch. It helps you get your food business up and running. And as always, if you need any consulting or assistance or services from me, you can actually get our one-on-one 1-hour consultation or subscribe to our monthly email consulting program. So with that being said, let's hop over really quick and get into the subject of the video, because I don't want you to fall asleep. All right, so number one, there are three main shipping services. There's USPS, there is FedEx, and there is UPS. Of course, there is DHL and a few other smaller carriers and such, but I've actually never used those. These main three I have, and I'm going to give you my experience first on shipping with them, and I'm going to give you some facts and then kind of maybe even some myth busting, if you will, on how they deliver and when they deliver. So number one, I've actually used, as I mentioned before in the opening, I've used all three of these carriers. To be honest with you, the foremost thing I want to tell you, quite honestly, none of them can guarantee you shipments to be at a certain destination on time every single time. That is non-existent. That is nonsense, and there's no such thing. I've used all three of these carriers and shipped products from where I'm at all over the country, as well as 15 other countries. And for the most part, they're all, as far as being on time and the handling of the packaging, actually, that's super important as well. It's probably no one ever really talks to you about that. But when you're dealing with food, like we do a lot of chocolate pretzels, we do a lot of breakable things that can break during transit. None of them can guaranteed 100% of the time delivery. But to tell you the truth, it's really going to be dependent on how well you pack them. When I first started my business, I knew absolutely nothing about the rates, of the cost, the fees, of course, the shipping. I knew nothing about how to even pack these products. I was looking to just get my business up and running, and I did it with a real sense of urgency and kind of just diving in 100% into it. And then over the time that, over the past couple of years prior to where I'm at right now, but the first 1 or 2 years, I kind of just realized what worked and kind of what didn't work. So now that we've got it kind of down to a science, we know how to ship our products, and we ship them pretty much without any damage. We still have the occasional mishandling by the carrier, but I don't have any control over that, and we just simply send out some new product, and the customer's happy. So, number one, are there any guarantees that when I ship my food product, it's going to get there on time like I paid for it? No. Are the carriers' delivery on-time rates pretty high? Yeah, they're pretty good, yes. Is there one that's better than the other? No. You could pay a premium for FedEx. You could pay a premium for UPS. I've used them, as I mentioned before, and I've had deliveries that I've paid for 2-day service or even 3-day or even expedited overnight, and they have missed the delivery date. Is that a really big deal? Well, if it's an emergency situation, or if you're customers, or if you're shipping a food product for an event, because we do a lot of catering for weddings and stuff like that, corporate events with pretzels and Oreos and things, yes, it's super important to have it there. But you want to ship your product well in advance of those events, so you can give yourself about a week's window for the product to get there on time in case there happens to be any delays. So do I use USPS, UPS, or FedEx the most? I use the USPS. I use the post office the most, more so than UPS. I still do use UPS. Sorry about that, a little tongue-tied. But I use it predominantly for my Amazon orders. The thing with Amazon is that by getting postage through Amazon, they actually have a more discounted price point for you to pay for any type of service. Because you're able to tap into, when you buy the postage and shipping services through Amazon, you can tap into their bulk discount that they basically get from the carriers. And that could save you a ton of money. The post office has a lot of flat rate boxes available. those rates have actually gone up considerably over the past few years. It seems like almost every year they keep going up. So the flat rate when it first came out was considerably less than it is today. Do I use more so those flat rate boxes? No, not actually. I don't, believe it or not. I use standard priority service, but I do use the USPS boxes. Now this brings me to my next point, and this is ultra important, and I hope that you pay attention to the next few minutes when I talk about this. A lot of food entrepreneurs or people who start food businesses and they want to ship their products, okay? Not necessarily local productive. If you're going to make something and bring it to a fair or festival, this doesn't really come into play with what you're doing. But when I first started my business, I did not take advantage of the free boxes that the post office gives you if you use the USPS priority shipping service. Okay, so if you use a priority shipping service, you can use a priority shipping box and you get it for free. And they deliver it to you, which is even crazier too. How do they deliver it? By going to the USPS.com website, create an account, and place an order. They do not charge you for that. They don't charge you. They literally, the post guy that drops off your mail will bring those boxes to you. Or if you're in a business, when it comes to your business, they'll drop it to your facility absolutely free. That is a no-brainer. Why do I say this, and why would I say this is really important to your bottom line? Number one reason is when I first started, I was buying boxes, literally paying for cardboard, which is insane. Now, you may not want to do this if, for only one reason that I would recommend, is if you are branding your company and you have custom branded boxes, that is different. That would be a cardboard box with your logo on it. If that's the route you want to go and you want to spend the money for that, feel free to do that. You still need to pay for the postage, but you're also paying for the box. Now, if you could get that box really ultra cheap, good luck, and that is awesome. If you can't, why would you not want to get free boxes in like hundreds of different, well, not hundreds, probably dozens of different sizes and shapes for virtually any type of food product that you want to ship? That is what I do now, and that's actually what I've done for the past probably 8 years. I believe it was the first into the second year we were online. I realized this, and I thought to myself, why, Damien, are you paying for boxes? Now, you may think, well, 80 cents or $1 a box, that's not really a big deal. Yes, it is when it comes to your shipping 100 or a few hundred boxes a day, or even 1,000 or so boxes a week. $1 becomes $1,000, and that is a big bite out of your bottom line. My recommendation, don't buy boxes. There's no need for that. Now, as your business grows and you really want to become branding your product on the outside of your shipping box, well, then you could go ahead and buy a custom-made logoed box. That's great, and then good for you. What I do, believe it or not, is I actually have my graphic design department, our printer, we actually print up our own little logo labels, and we simply, as we ship out a product, we put one on the box. For us, I think that's sufficient enough for right now. I don't have any intentions of spending over $1 or more on a branded box with a logo. I don't see the need for it. Plus, it just eats into my profit. So at the end of the day, I use the post office priority boxes. Now, they also have envelopes. They have, depending on what you're shipping, you can use a multitude of different packages that you get for free. That is something I highly recommend. Now, by the way, if you happen to have some boxes, some post office USPS priority boxes, and you want to recycle, you could do that as well. What I mean by that is if you use UPS or FedEx, you have a lot of cases, actually UPS I believe does this, FedEx may not do this anymore, but you can utilize those priority boxes for UPS shipments if you're recycling them or reusing them, and that's a great way to save even more money. Now, back to the cost of the shipping. I cannot give you a definite cost right now because if you shipped this, a heavy bottle of barbecue sauce and a light, small bottle of spices, these are obviously 2 sizes and 2 weights. So I can't tell you exactly. I could obviously tell you this was cheaper to ship than this. That's a no-brainer. But when it comes to shipping your product, you need to find out what USPS box fits for you. Now, aside from the priority mail boxes, you actually have what's known as Regional A, Regional B boxes, and they actually had a Regional C up until about 2 years, I guess a year ago. Regional A and B boxes are of a certain size, and they'll save you even more money above and beyond the flat rate boxes, depending on where it's being shipped, plus where you're shipping it from. But this is going to save you a fortune. Now, if you're shipping products that are food related that need to be cooled or chilled or even stayed frozen during transit, keep that in mind because any ice you add obviously to a box is going to increase your costs. Predominantly most of the foods that we have, I don't have anything that would expire or need to get to the customer immediately, like within 24 hours, but I do have a lot of chocolate covered items. So we use ice on everything during the summer and partly during the fall. We put ice packs free of charge into all of our chocolate covered products or anything that can melt. Now we have products like cakes and cookies that have icing, and during transit during the summertime, if it's hot, you obviously need to put some type of refrigerant or a cold ice pack in there. So the question that I got that actually inspired me to do this video was a question about shipping charges, shipping rates, and how to ship. Number one, determine the size of the product you're shipping. Everything's going to be different. I can't necessarily give you a definite cost from shipping it from A to B based on weight and size. But the smaller and lighter your product is, obviously you're going to save more money. Now, number two, keep in mind that if you can get a free box and get postage for that free box, do that. Please stay away. When you're first starting, I know that you don't have the budget to do this. Don't brand your box out and have some expensive, elaborate logo put on and printed on a custom box. It's not needed, okay? It's not. As your business grows, yes, that may be an option that you can do it. Even then, it may not be something you want to put your money into because money can be tight and cash flow is the lifeline, obviously, of your business. So utilize as much as you can those free boxes. And yes, you can get them delivered to your business or your home, wherever it is that you're doing your business from. Absolutely free. You just create an account and you click away and it's delivered. Now, there are some websites that will offer postage that say you don't have to go to the post office. You don't need to do that. You can go to Clicks, whatever it may be. I'm not going to say any names of the websites on this video, but they offer postage that you can print up. That sounds great. But again, it comes down to volume. And it also comes down to fees. If there's a monthly fee, some of these websites charge fees for you to use them. If you're not printing enough labels to offset the discount that you're going to get, which may be small too, why are you paying for a subscription for a service to print when you can just go to the postoffice.com, USPS.com, and print them yourself? That's where I go, and I've never had any issues with that. Okay, so keep that in mind. A lot of different ways that you can cut costs during shipping, but of course, it's going to be dependent upon the size and weight of your product, and if you're paying for boxes and if you're not. The other thing is that if you wanted to use UPS or FedEx for your own website products and shipping, I would also recommend you probably look a little bit more into the post office website because of the fact that you only get discounts on volume shipping. When you're first starting your business and you have your own website, I can pretty much guarantee that you're not going to be shipping out 100,000 packages a week or even a day like Amazon or eBay and such. So create a store on Etsy, eBay, and Amazon first because you're going to take advantage of the discounts, the shipping bulk discounts that they can leverage and offer you as a seller. You're going to get discounts on the shipping, which you cannot beat that by going to the post office and shipping a product one at a time or going down there and doing that. Nonsense. Don't do that. It's a waste of time and you're not going to save any money. Create your online business first on one of those three platforms, then your website. Because by using and leveraging their discount on shipping, it's going to give you an opportunity to save a lot of money. Plus, you get free boxes from the post office. Why would you not want to do that? I can let you know that most of the size boxes that I have used, anywhere from 75 cents up to about $1.25 per box. When you ship out as many boxes as we do in a month, a few thousand or so a day, it becomes very costly. So get as many free boxes as you can, use USPS.com, and leverage the platforms I mentioned before, Amazon, Etsy, and eBay, and take advantage of their discounts by printing labels through them, not going to the post office and shipping products you've sold online. So I hope that breaks it down for you really quick and lets you know what is the best cost-effective way to ship a product. And of course, always keep in mind, it depends on the weight and destination. And if this video was helpful, as always, please do give me a big thumbs up and check out any of these videos at the end here, some of our end screens. If you're looking for more information about creating a food product or a food business, subscribe to Marketing Food Online, and I'll see you guys on the next video.